Right now we're like in Kaponga, in Taranaki. We're basically in the like middle of nowhere. It's quiet, real quiet. We got in trouble for doing a robbery, and, like fighting and dumb little stuff. We were just bored and nothing to do. My mum, she reckons that I'm just gonna end up in jail. Oh, and everywhere I want to prove my mum wrong. Oh, I just want to make her proud one day. Yeah, gives me something to fight for, I suppose.
We're at my house. Do you want to come in? Yeah, come. I used to break into houses, steal cars, smoke dope. Yeah, like I was Bob Marley's sidekick. Like I smoke all the dope. Yeah. Hey, Mama! Mama! We got my dog over here. Hey, Mom. I was going to name her Ruthless. Then I realised she wasn't a bit that ruthless. Pass it here. Good boy. This is my old tool to do all my crimes with. I think I got into trouble because I was bored and angry half the time, so yeah. My girlfriends. Went out with Dynasty. She was bad news, I don't really like her. Then I dumped her, went out with Lily, and then I went out with Ariel, and I'm still with her at the moment. I love Mum's, what is it, her cooking. Only a little bit because Mum's not really much of a good cook.
I hope more that he settles down more than anything. That he has hopes and dreams and that he can learn to control his compulsive burglaring and make the right decisions. Most of all, I just want to see him happy.
Mum, tell her that shut up, I'm trying to do this and she's fucking talking smack. Fuck off. Mom, straight up.
Okay guys, we're just going to do a little bit of a rundown on what the next 3 weeks is going to look like. You're here because you're just starting to make a bit of a mess of your lives. We've created this program so that we can hopefully help you guys back on track, get your lives in order so that you don't end up in lockup. At the moment, you're at that low end of the youth justice system. If you get it wrong, continue to get it wrong, you end up in residences. Believe me, you do not want to spend 3 to 6 months in a residence.
Trick shot. Oh, you see those spins, bro.
My social worker asked me if I wanted to come on this, and I took the opportunity to learn something out of it. When I'm older, I'd like to be a farmer or a mechanic.
I saw the opportunity to start a program that I believed would work. I believe that a wilderness program combined with a residential program combined with a mentoring program, all three aspects put together, could make a good youth program if I could find the right people to work alongside me.
You and I are going to clash.
What did he say? He said that you were going to clash. Oh, you're going to be best mates.
The fellow with the tattoos on his face. He came over to my house, did an interview. Well, I want to come on this place, Mt Taranaki, and will I like it? And I said, yeah. And I just hope I go home after this.
I used to be a resident here about 20-something years ago when it was a rehab for teenagers, so I came back to visit and it was a new program and then ended up coming back to work here. I guess just my personal experience going through that motivates me to try and make that experience different for someone else.
Kicking off in about half an hour, we're going to take off from here and head out to the East Taranaki bush country, so we've got quite a drive in front of us. Once we get out there, we'll be throwing our packs on and heading off for a tramp. It's through a bit of native bush and through a bit of scrub country. The bush belongs to you, belongs to the people of New Zealand, respect it. Your food, it's got to last you till Thursday. That's what we call dehydrated food. Tastes like shit. Doesn't matter how you cook it, just tastes like shit. You're You're obviously bright, switched on kids. You've made the choice to be here, so make the most of it. You'll all make mistakes, you'll make cock-ups, you'll piss me off. So about 4 hours from now, you're going to hate my guts.
Fuck!
Just keep moving, bruv. Don't look up, just look down.
Fuck, we really walked up a big hill.
Yeah.
Got mud, sweat, tears and shit food.
Tired, puffed out, and hungry.
Sure, it's worth a laughing at.
It's just, you're in nature when you're out here. There's no cops around, they can't tell you what to do. I need a cold bath, like a white cold bath and actually sit in it. Did we go the wrong way? We're walking uphill this time. Fuck.
Two Māoris.
Look, don't eat animals from this area. So what, if we do catch a goat, we can't eat it?
Pretty much.
Hey.
Possibly. I don't know.
Hey.
I was in a family home with Kelsten's dad, and I remember at the time being real confused about it. I didn't understand why these people cared that much, and I felt like they kind of rescued me, you know? I guess I thought about that heaps last week when we went to court and kind of fought for Kelsten to have him come into the program rather than go be locked up for a month. It was quite a similar beginning to his relationship to S.T.A.R.T as the beginning I had.
I was turning into a little fuckster, going the way that my dad did. He's in jail, he's been in jail for most of my life. And he's a full-on gang member. So when he's out, he don't last long when he's out. None of it's my mom's fault. My mom has been trying for it, like my whole life. She's been trying to give us what we want. I usually get up to trouble, hang around like the bad people getting wasted in there, stealing lambs and killing them and that, feeding them to my dog, and robbing houses. Then they must have waited till all of it stacked up. Two cops with two cop cars came and arrested me. Because I had to jump in the police car not that long ago and my little brother started crying. So yeah, I don't want to see him like that again. And I was in the south overnight, and then they took me to court, and it was a week of residence in S.T.A.R.T Taranaki, or it's just no S.T.A.R.T Taranaki, just residence for fucking ages.
Do we have to chuck anything in here now, eh? We don't have to chuck anything in these sleeping bags? I started getting into trouble with burglaries and it. But it all did start when I started hanging out with the wrong crowd. I did look up to my brother for a bit until he started getting in trouble, and then when I moved back to Aore, he started getting me into trouble.
To get here today and begin and see you all here feels fucking great. And you guys are all here for a reason. We chose you guys and we believe that you can get a lot out of this. My challenge, boys, is to look forward, focus forward. There's a lot of bullshit we can dwell on. We can talk about who fucking fought who and who fucking robbed what. Let's start thinking about what we're gonna do in the future. Never ain't clocked in yet.
Hey, my bag's not even done properly and it took me like an hour. It was alright. Had a mean sleep. After that long walk. It's pretty tiring, but still made it.
Once you take this one down, like lay that out flat, put this one in the middle of it, fold it in half, roll it up. From a young age, we'd go to parties, drink, do drugs. All of that was readily available. Well, I guess I wasn't bored because I was making my own fun, but it was fun that was getting me into trouble. I went to adult prison at 17 years old, real young. I guess what people think is that you can impose like respect for society on someone, but it never works. Everyone I knew from boot camp went to jail. Every single person. It really starts to like strip your self-worth away from you. You know, you see all those jail tattoos that are fuck the system and fuck the world, and like, I guess those like really represent what happens to you in there.
Good boy, Tahi. Solo is when we're going to put each one of you on your own in your own separate campsite alongside the lake. So you have the lake at your front, the forest at your back, and you're going to be there for 2 nights and 2 days. You'll have to build your own shelter and you look after yourself for 2 days and 2 nights.
My bed, so I just put some ferns down to make it comfier. Yeah. The hardest part on here was just getting homesick. Mum and brothers and sisters, yeah, mainly them. When I go home, I'm attending school and just don't hang out with the wrong crowd and do something on the weekends in there, like go on to the farm or something. Do some work out there. Yeah. Okay, at first when I came here, I didn't think that I was gonna last like over a week. Yeah, but I achieved it.
I just get a little bit homesick when I'm by myself, because I get too bored and shit. Because when I first came here, it was hard as. I was just thinking about just tucking my sleeping bag on the ground and just sleeping on the ground. Look at him, I'm having a bath. Laying in my own bed. Facebook. Making my own food. Normal food, not plastic food. And a lot of the baby shit. Yeah, oh, my mum do you know the beer, Baileys? Yeah, she loves Baileys, and yeah, she just named me after that. She's like, oh, eh, I don't try that. I only drink Cody's. Yeah, I even read a bloody note to my mum. I read a message, just saying that I miss her. No, I really don't miss her, but no, it's good being away from home though. Get some stress off my mum. She's probably loving that I'm gone, but she doesn't show it. Probably saying that I miss you, but she doesn't even. Are the boys down, Probably missing me. No, missing all my jokes. I don't even know what I'm doing with this. I'm starting to be like a little bit more respectful to others now. That's when you sort stuff out, but some boys, like, they sort it out, and then they have another beef the next day with someone else. They haven't learned their lesson. Yeah, I was like, oh, hey, didn't you just say you won't do it again? Oh, I can't wait to see the boys. Straight up.
Yeah, the solo phase is a turning point, especially these guys. And actually, I think they've learned something about themselves, that they actually are maybe a little bit tougher than they need to be. But now it's about them using that resilience and that toughness in a good way.
I just came from out of solo. Yeah, I'm getting out of the bush. Yeah. And get to hang out with the boys and the staff in it again. Yeah. A little bit proud of myself. Yeah, for going back in. Yeah, because at one point I wanted to walk off and go home.
The scary part was lockdown, because it was dark and my fire was going out. I felt proud of myself, like I picked up and happy.
Shake it. No. Come on. Play the game. No. Sit down. Sit. High five. Sit.
Dear Lord, thank you for this food. Thanks for the S.T.A.R.T Taranaki people to supply it. Thanks for the good time we had today in the water. Amen. Amen.
Oh, fuck off. Stoke the fire up, boys. Stoke the fire up. Wow. The dairy industry has a lot to account for in New Zealand, because it's not just the factories closing down and shutting down the jobs, it's the farms all being bought up now by 4 or 5, 6 farms owned by one person. What used to support 10, 12 families now supports one family. So there's lots of farm jobs gone missing as well. It's terrible in a country like New Zealand that it's reverted, like to that extent, all because of industry. I believe that the dairy companies and the freezing works and all those other industries that are, cheese packing plants, whatever, the ones that are in Taranaki, they owe society. They're the ones that should be giving back. It's like programs like ours, we struggle for government funding. It's a responsibility of those conglomerates, those big companies that have, one, destroyed rural New Zealand. Now they're trying to destroy our children. They've got to give back.
90-something% of our boys are Māori or Pacifica and getting dealt with by a prejudice system that treats them unfairly. You'll hear boys talk about their own people as if there's something wrong with them and that's why they're in the system, and yeah, that's pretty heartbreaking, that they aren't aware that they're at a disadvantage in the system, but they think it's their own fault.
Inhale, exhale. I want you guys to think about how you want your guys' day to go. Whether you want to be happy, excited. And we're just going to inhale.
All the boys have been beginning their days with yoga and mindfulness with Chrissy.
Chin comes in towards chest.
Varied results. Some boys have really short attention spans.
Fuck, these 3 weeks has been it feels like ages, these 3 weeks have been. I can't wait to go home, but I must start every while, everything. No, I'm not even smoking dope now when I get out here. I'm going back to school.
Pretty stink to know what I've been doing to other people and how they've been feeling. It's just not the life to get into. I think I've figured that one out now. People want to help me, I want to help myself as well to get out of that situation.
I believe I can be anything that I want to be. As you can see, the life ahead of me. This is the robberies, now I'll give back. Thankful for the S.T.A.R.T team to keep me on track. It's like that, cause you will be the future. Remember me.
S.T.A.R.T tastes like victory. It tastes like ngingi. It tastes like marshmallows. It tastes dumb. S.T.A.R.T sounds like birds. It sounds like cows. It sounds like TK singing. It sounds peaceful. It sounds like more cows. It sounds annoying. It sounds like Kelsten's V8 snoring. S.T.A.R.T is life-changing. Before I came here, I never thought about changing my life, to be honest. I was just thinking I was going to go back to my same ways. But like, since I've been here, I've actually thought about it. And having like a good group of people, it's pretty awesome.
I want all of you boys to have a look around at how packed this room is. And that's the indication of the support that you guys have. And that's not to be underestimated by you guys. There's been times when I'm sure these guys felt like giving up. For whānau that are here, you should be really proud of everything these guys have achieved along the way. They've represented you guys really well, and they've represented themselves really, really well.
I want them to leave and continue to learn to feel like they matter, and that in turn turns into them mattering to themselves, and then that in turn turning into them making good decisions for themselves. Yeah. So I think it's been about, 2 months-ish since the boys graduated. Lots has happened in those 2 months. The whole range of things from amazing to not so great. I think it was only a week after the program finished. Kelsten got into some trouble. There was that disappointment when he fucked up, and then as soon as he was back, I felt, I had the same hope for him, the same optimism around his situation that I did like the day before he fucked up. I remember that feeling. I remember feeling really powerless, like I couldn't make any choices about my own life. And just, it's like you're in the tumble dryer, just being fucking thrown around. And it's a real fucking horrible feeling and super stressful, and it makes you make bad decisions, which I think heaps of their bad decisions will be made in that state. He had to write an apology letter to victims of his crimes the other week. He was telling the victims about what he's doing, what he's about to do. The last line said, "I hope I can have a normal life like any other teenager my age." And yeah, I think that's my hope for him.